year, just before Hanukkah, my parents take our silver menorah out of a big wooden drawer in the living room. They keep it next to our cedar plate. The menorah used to belong to my grandmother. We call her Bubby. That means grandmother in Yiddish. I help polish the silver until it's so shiny I can see my reflection like a mirror. My brother and I are lucky to have learned some Hebrew. Most Jewish children in the Soviet Union do not know Hebrew or anything about our Jewish traditions. My parents and some of their friends are teaching us about Jewish heritage. We learn Hebrew, Torah, and all about Jewish holidays. My parents say that nobody should be allowed to stop other people from learning about their own religion. Lately, however, many children in our neighborhood have been treating us as badly and calling us awful names. My parents said that anti-Semitism is growing and they fear it will get worse. In spite of these problems, we are learning all about Hanukkah.
Every year at Chanukka, I like to hear the story of the Maccabees. I learned that long ago an army came from Syria and conquered the land of Israel. The king of Syria, who was named Antiochus, would not let the Jews keep their traditions. Remember the Maccabees and their bravery every year by lighting 8 candles. These candles remind us of the eternal flame in the temple.
They must first ask the government for permission. Sometimes the officials say no or not yet. They refuse to grant permission for some people to go and live in other countries. People who are refused permission to leave are called refuseniks. This is what happened to my family. We were refuseniks. Some refuseniks became very famous a few years ago. One well-known refusenik was Chanukka. He spent 9 years in prisons in the Soviet Union because of his wish to go to Israel. Thousands of people wrote letters to the Soviet Union and arranged demonstrations to ask the Soviet government to let Mr. Chanukka and other refusees leave. Recently, the government has made new rules which have allowed more people to leave. Things have been getting better. There is a new government policy called glasnost, which means openness in English. In the past, my parents said that change happened very slowly in the Soviet Union. Now things are changing very quickly, but we don't know how long it will last. Here's a Hebrew letter on each side of the dreidel. The letters are Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin. It stands for Neska Yom Kadol Hayasham, which means a great miracle happened there. I think a great miracle is happening here too.
Light the first Hanukkah candle. Our cousins will come over for a party. I've been practicing the blessing.